with deranged left-wing journalist. Though I
Radical lefty.
calling her journalist is, I don't know, podcast guest, influencer, portion girl. I don't know, podcast guest. We're gonna check in with deranged left-wing journalist. Though I feel like calling her journalist is, I don't know, podcast guest, influencer, former MSNBC host Joy Reid, who today that ends in Y, so she's not coping well. We'll check out her latest crash out, which is funny, but also like sick, like really,
sad.
really awful, actually.
Very sad. Very sad.
Anyway, if you don't know Joy Reid, she is one of the more toxic left-wing voices from
hostile,
MSNBC
hateful
for years, but she was
fake,
fired.
fugazi.
Has now gone independent and still gets pretty good traction and a lot of views and eyeballs on her stuff and collaborates with major figures.
Don Lemon, Con Lemon.
It's like we thought she was crazy when she was at MSNBC. Turns out they were keeping her in check. And actually, she's worse. You see this with a lot of people. You see this with Tucker as well. Like, when he left Fox, he got crazier, obviously. And it's like, these networks are flawed, but they're also sort of keeping these people in check. That's my read on it, at least. Anyway, here's the headline from Mediaite. Joy Reid claims America is only, quote, marginally better than Iran.
Crazy. Yeah, she's bugging. She is delusional.
Former MS Now host.
Marginally, please.
The U.S. was only That's my read on
Bro.
Anyway, here's the headline from Mediaite. Joy Reid claims America is only, quote, marginally better than Iran.
This is bunk.
Quote,
this is
we have
rubbish. Hogwash. Pick, swallow.
Argued that the U.S. was
it is
COD.
COD. Nonsense.
That American forces
it is drivel.
War against.
It is BS. Trash.
Obviously, and it's like these networks are flawed, but they're also sort of keeping these people in check. That's my read on it, at least. Anyway, here's the headline from Mediaite. Joy Reid claims America is only, quote, marginally better than Iran. Quote, we have secret police. Former MS Now host Joy Reid argued that the U.S. was only marginally better than the Iranian regime that American forces are currently at war against. Reid appeared on last Wednesday's episode of the podcast 154, hosted by Akbar Gajimala, sorry about that, and comedian Godfrey. During their conversation, Reid claimed that context was not welcome in the world of news as it pertains to conflicts involving Arab or South American countries. Now, we can talk about that, and I certainly think there's a lot to complain about when it comes to media discourse surrounding the war and these regimes and these conflicts. But is this really the take?
Nope.
That, like,
it is
actually
terrible.
America is worse
L take from
Reid. Here's the
Reid.
problem I have. I am very concerned about the war.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm very open to these arguments and these perspectives.
The take was a L take, yo.
A disastrous quagmire.
Reid, she sucks.
But then there's
she
this
sucks.
tendency that some regimes and these conflicts but is this really the take that, like, actually America is worse than the brutal Sharia law theocratic regime? Because here's the problem. And we can talk about that. And I certainly think there's a lot to complain about when it comes to media discourse surrounding the war and these regimes and these conflicts. But is this really the take that, like, actually America is worse than the brutal Sharia law theocratic regime? Because here's the problem I have. I am very concerned about the war, right? And I'm
the Iran
very
war.
Open to these arguments and these
He's referring
that
to
it's a mistake, that it's going to turn into a disastrous quagmire. But then there's this tendency that some critics of the war have to almost like downplay that the regime is bad. And that's
delusional.
Something I will never understand because it
stupid,
discredits
thick-headed,
the legitimate
black-headed,
opposed to the war, many of which I share, and instead gives into this kind of narrative that, like, anyone who's against people who are against the war are all just like crazed leftists who think America is evil and against the West and all this stuff. And that's not true for a lot of people. But it's apparently absolutely true for Joy Reid.
Yes.
This is a level of like propaganda and shilling the regime that is
insane,
impressive,
absurd, ridiculous, ludicrous.
Listen to the actual clip of her flapping her gums about this subject. Then we'll get into some of the. I'm going to try to take it seriously. It's always hard, but I will try.
Yeah.
We're going to get into some of the reasons this is so absurd. Let's watch.
Our regime has secret police. They have secret police.
Our regime is oppressing women, taking away abortion rights, taking away women's rights
Nah,
in like
nah.
26 states. Some
They're,
states
they're
where they're trying to have a
restrictive,
death
but
penalty.
abortion is not illegal in the U.S. It is illegal in Iran to abort. Um, yeah, yeah. It is illegal to abort a baby in Iran, but yeah. Certain states are restrictive, yes, but to say women can't get abortions here is crazy. It is all the way bunk. It is all the way garbage.
For having an abortion, they also oppress women. They're in like 26 states, some states where they're trying to have the death penalty for having an abortion. They also, in like 26 states, some.
I'm going to try to take it seriously. It's always hard, but I will try. We're going to get into some of the reasons this is so absurd. Let's watch.
Our regime has secret police. They have secret police. Our regime is oppressing women, taking away abortion rights, taking away women's rights in like 26 states, some states where they're trying to have the death penalty for having an abortion.
But is there a law in place that permits the death penalty for abortion in the United States? The answer is no. There's no law in place that permits the death penalty for getting abortions. Yeah, this is crazy, bro. Yeah, bro. You can say certain states are trying. There's no doubt, but or meant to say you can say this, but even if that is the case, there will be legal challenges to there will be obstacles. There will be obstacles. There will be obstacles and challenges. So yeah, to think this will be easily achieved is crazy, bro. Yeah, that bro. Yeah, Joy, she's bugging. Women are there's no women are they are not prohibited from getting abortions in the U.S., bro. Certain states do restrict, but this is different from all the way banning it. So Reid she has to chill, bro. She has to chill all the way. Yeah, it is. Iran. There's no women don't. There's no death penalty for abortions in Iran, but it is still illegal to get abortions in Iran. It is still it is still illegal in Iran. It isn't here, so. Reid just has to quit the BS, bro. The desire to be a victim so bad. Why do you want to be a victim so bad? It is pathetic. It is goofy, cringy. It is corny. It is lame all the way. It is all the way lame. It is all the way lame. Stop. You make your whole sides look crazy, bro. Look foolish. Look terrible, trash, crappy, fecal, disgraceful. Stop.
They also oppress women. They have the highest rate of women who are in STEM careers. We're kicking. They also oppress women. They have the highest in like 26 states. Some states where they're trying to have the death penalty for having an abortion. They also oppress women. They have the highest rate of women who are in STEM careers. We're kicking women out of the military, out of university. We're saying that DEI means women can't be hired for high positions in the sciences. So we're marginally.
Yo, she's smoking crack, bro.
Our regime is
Cocaine.
secret police. They have secret police. Our regime is
Drogas.
women, taking away abortion
Drugs.
rights, taking away women's rights in
Bro.
like 26 states. Some states where they're trying to have the death penalty for having an abortion. They also oppress women. They have the highest rate of women who are in STEM careers. We're kicking women out of the military.
Is it because they're women, or is it because they don't have the qualifications? Which one is it? Yeah. They're not kicking these people out. They're not kicking these people out just for being women, bro. Nah, bro. They are not terminating. They are not terminating women just for being women. That is crazy. That makes zero sense in the U.S., bro. They're not being let go because they are women. They are being these people are they are being let go because they're there's no the usefulness is not where it should be. The usefulness is not. It's not. There's not a lot of usefulness. So it isn't because they are women. It isn't because they are women. It is. Yeah, Reid, she has to chill, bro. She has to chill. She has to chill. She has to stop the nonsense, the drivel, the rubbish. It is crazy.
Our regime has secret police. They have secret police. Our regime is oppressing women, taking away abortion rights, taking away women's rights in like 26 states. Some states where they're trying to have the death penalty for having an abortion. They also oppress women. They have the highest rate of women who are in STEM careers. We're kicking women out of the military, out of university. We're saying that DEI means women can't be hired for high positions in the sciences. We're marginally better, and we're doing it for Christianity. They're doing it for Islam, right? So it's like we don't get told those things because it would take away the kind of American exceptionalism.
Girl, are you okay?
Yeah, she's bugging.
I've seen the clip before and I'm still stunned by the level of the Lulu on display here.
It is crazy.
First, I mean, we could spend an hour disputing the characterizations of things. I have concerns about ICE, but comparing them to Iran's secret police is ridiculous. To say that like women are being thrown out of universities and not allowed to have high-level jobs because of anti-DEI sentiments is totally wrong.
BS.
Not true at all.
Word.
A lot of, I mean, obviously, I think there were huge problems with the DEI stuff. It was very much reverse discrimination in many cases. Now, some of the backlash has gone too far in many ways, but it's not like women are being banned from higher education or business or anything like that. That's absolutely untethered from reality.
Yep.
More importantly, though, there's like this false equivalency here. Well, like Iran is violently repressive to women in Islamic regime and Sharia law, but America, you know, we're always slightly better. It's like a Christian theocracy, and we oppress women too, but maybe it's slightly better. That is an astoundingly ignorant argument that is a total betrayal of not just reality,
betrayal of integrity, betrayal of
accuracy,
morality,
or standards, but it's also a slap in the face to every woman suffering in Iran.
Very insulting. She should issue a sincere apology to these women in Iran, bro. Yeah, they go through real oppression, real tyranny, real misery. Yeah,
or frankly,
they can't enter banks if they don't have their hijabs on, bro. Yeah, women can enter banks if they don't have hijabs on their heads in the U.S. Women can become judges here, bro. Women can't become judges in Iran. They can't, bro. They can't convert or proselytize people, or meant to say non-Muslims can't proselytize Muslim people from Islam to Christianity or other religions, bro. They are not permitted to do this. If they are caught trying to convert Muslims from Islam to other religions, they can get arrested or worse. Yo, there's no religious freedom in Iran, bro. They can't openly practice their non-followers of Islam can't openly practice their religions in Iran. All religionists in the U.S. can openly practice their religions. Also, atheists can be atheists in the U.S. They don't have to follow a religion or a belief in God or a deity to. There's no. It isn't in the law, bro. There's no law that mandates adherence to or meant to say belief in Christianity, bro. There's no law that mandates this in the U.S., bro. It is a Christian-dominated nation, the U.S. is, but to say it is tyrannical like Iran is crazy. To put U.S. and Iran on the same level is crazy, bro. To put them on the same level or anywhere near the same level when it comes to rights and freedoms for women and people, period, is crazy, bro. It is very insultive. It is super insulting, bro. It is super insulting. Joy should issue a sincere apology to the women of Iran, bro. She's bugging. Will she issue a sincere apology? I doubt it, but we will see. She should, because she crossed the line, bro. She really did. Yeah, it is nuts, bro. She has the nerve to pretend to be a victim, bro. She has the audacity to pretend to be a victim when she has so many freedoms and so many rights as a woman, as a black woman in the U.S., bro. She's able to ascend to the top positions in a company, bro. She's able to become the head of state. She's able to become a judge. She's able to enter a bank with no hijab on, bro. She's able to travel freely, bro. Travel abroad with no permission from a man, bro, from her husband. She's able to she's able to dress however she wishes to dress, bro. There's no oppression as far as clothing, headwear. There's no oppression, bro. In the U.S., so J Reid, she has to quit, bro. She has to quit this manipulation, this trickery, this swindle, this deceit, this trickery BS, bro. It is nuts. Yeah, she's terrible, bro. She's a blight. She's a detriment. She's a disgrace to the left, to progressives, bro. She's a disgrace to bro. Yeah, it is really bad. She can openly criticize the government, bro. The women in Iran, they can't publicly criticize the gov. If they do, they will get brutally beaten. Joy Reid, you have to be grateful, bro. Just be grateful for it all, for the many freedoms you have, bro. Be grateful for the many freedoms you have. You have way more freedoms than the women of Iran do. Shut up. You sicken me, bro. You sicken me. The people with your mentality also sicken me, bro. Y'all really pretend to be victims. Y'all want to be victims so bad, bro. But there's no justification. It is unwarranted. The victim-ish is unwarranted. The victim-ish is unwarranted. You don't deserve sympathy. There's no law that prevents women from ascending in life, in companies, from traveling, from dressing however they want to dress. There's no law. No laws are in place. No law is in place. No law mandates that women wear hijabs in the U.S., bro. Stop.
On America because you hate the president or you hate what some of the things that are happening, or frankly you hate
the
country.
U.S. has way more freedoms, bro, or gives you way more freedoms than Iran
What else
does.
could motivate you to engage in such
Be grateful or leave.
slander and downplay?
If you hate it so much,
I wanted
leave.
to go into this in a little bit, so I pulled up some of the details about what life is like for, or frankly you hate the country. I don't know. I'm not on America because you hate the president or you hate what some of the things that are happening, or frankly you hate the country. I don't know.
Super woke, bro. It is a disease. Super wokeness is a disease that needs to be eradicated soon.
So let's just, I wanted to go
Wokeness, period, is a disease.
About what life is like for women in Iran.
This isn't limited to the left.
Male guardianship.
To be clear.
Travel. Women and girls in Iran are subject to a system of male guardianship.
She happens to be on the woke left.
Before marriage, they remain under the legal authority of their father or another male relative, even after turning 18.
Wokeness is a disease still that needs to be eradicated soon. It is terrible. It causes so many problems, bro.
But what life is like for women in Iran?
It causes division, hatred.
Male guardianship, permission to travel. Women and girls in Iran are subject to a system of male guardianship that restricts their rights throughout their lives. Before marriage, they remain under the legal authority of their father. And I usually wouldn't suggest that, but with her it might actually be the case, because what else could motivate you, as suffered in Iran, to so downplay the depths of their oppression and suffering, just because you want to on America, because you hate the president or you hate what some of the things that are happening. Or
to be fair, Trump is a bozo. The admin isn't perfect. The U.S. isn't perfect. The U.S. is flawed. Every country is flawed. Yes. Hegseth is a bozo. Tosi is a bozo. Scam Condi is a bozo. Yes. A lot of bozos are in the admin, but the U.S. is still better than Iran, bro, when it comes to rights and freedoms. The U.S., the United States, Los Estados Unidos is still better when it comes to rights. And Los Estados Unidos is still better than Iran when it comes to rights and freedoms. So miss me with the nonsense. Miss me with the buck. Miss me with the drivel. Every country is flawed. The U.S. is flawed. With its flaws, the U.S. is way better. Stop crying, bro. It is sickening. It is pathetic. It is insufferable. It is hateable. It is odious. It is super trash all the way. Quit.
on America because you hate the president or you hate what some of the things that are happening, or frankly, you hate the country. I don't know. I'm not usually one to suggest that, but with her, it might actually be the case because what else could motivate you to engage in such egregious slander and downplaying? So let's just, I wanted to go into this in a little bit. So I pulled up some of the details about what life is like for women in Iran. Here it is from IranHumanRights.org. Male guardianship, the permission to travel. Women and girls in Iran are subject to a system of male guardianship that restricts their rights throughout their lives. Before marriage, they remain under the legal authority of their father or another male relative, even after turning 18. After marriage, the husband assumes many of these legal controls. Oh, this is lovely. Unmarried women age 18 and older must obtain their father or male guardian's consent to travel abroad. Married women are legally required to obtain their husband's consent to obtain, renew, and use a passport, and a husband can revoke his prior approval at any time. But guys, when you think about it, America is really only marginally better because in some states women can't get an abortion. So that's the same thing.
Yeah, unbelievable. Unbelievable. It is crazy. J. Reid, she is on the cocaine. If she thinks Iran is on the same level as America, bro, it is way worse than America.
Inducing turbo. What are you waiting for? Get in the driver's seat during Volkswagen driver days.
Certain women got brutally beaten for opposing the actions of the mulacracy, bro. They got beaten. They got beaten. Badly beaten, bro. Yeah, so miss me with the bunk, Reid. Please miss me with the bunk, Reid.
Efficient softeners and drinking water systems. Elegant also gives you more control of your wallet with a variety of payment options for better water and finances that fit. Contact your local Indian app.
In Iran, the head of state has complete authority, no checks and balances. In America, there are checks and balances. In Iran, the leader is the leader has unfettered control. The supreme leader controls all aspects of people's lives, bro. It is a totalitarian system. It is a dictatorship. There's no freedom. There's no religious freedom. There's no freedom to dress however you want to dress, bro. There's no freedom to. There's no. Yeah.
To her credit.
There's no freedom of travel, bro. There's no freedom of.
Anyway, there's more here. Inequality in marriage, divorce, and child custody. Don't get me wrong.
Give me a break, Reid. Give me a break.
As early as age 7. In the event of divorce, they are automatically taken away from their mother and placed in the custody of their father or other male relatives. Oh, that's a super normal and not at all insane policy to have. It just reminds me of America, where women are also, second-class citizens, according to the wisdom of Joy Reid. Here's where it gets sick, actually.
Your brat's sarcasm is great. It is great.
In Iran, girls can be married at age 13 or younger with a consent judge and male guardian.
Sick, perverse,
Statistical Center of Iran
aberrant,
between the winter of 2021 and
depraved,
2022, at least 27,000
vomitous, and Jenks words
marriages of girls under the age of 15 were recorded, along with 1,085 cases of childbirth within this age group. These forced child marriages, essentially child RAPE,
detestable,
that lacks laws,
repulsive,
services to protect women from domestic violence.
To equate the two is so trash.
And so offensive. And
F you.